Mind you, I don't really need it on the, I'll do it on the other one. You just flip it, get set up a little bit. That'll do us like that. Hi Gracie. Sorry it's so late. Do you know what? I'm wondering if I can just like get this to, if I start with it lower, I can probably, there we go. There we have it. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's get a bit better lighting on. There we go. And about there for that. Yeah, in fact, if I there we go. Right, nearly there. Hi Kit, how you doing? You say everyone like there's going to be lots in already. I think it's just you and Gracie. Oh, and Spark has turned up. I'm just setting up, just trying to organise everything a bit better today. All right, let's go to here so I can see the chat. All right. Oh, just missed this thing. Let's see what we've organised this right. That's not bad. I could probably angle it up slightly higher. And we do need more light. Okay. 1 second. All right. There we go. Let's put that there. I feel like that should work. Oi, oi, oi. Why does that seem so dark there? I think that's not too bad. Right. There we have it. And I've got the chat. Oh, I just need to set it to all chat. There we go, that's better. You're all right. You're all right, Gracie. It was. I wasn't worried that you weren't in so much as this. I was confused as why you asked me in the comment section if I could go live, and I said basically I'd go live after having a little bit of some like a snack. I had my snack. I think maybe like 20 minutes later or something. I was live, and then you weren't there. I was like, why did you ask me to go live if you weren't going to be here? I thought maybe your party was going to be later on. So, but it's okay. I'm not really fussed. You're always in, so. It's not a big deal, don't worry yourself. Glad to have you in tonight. So have I got an answer from everyone? How are you lot? Let's have a little look. No, not yet, apparently. Oh, no, we've had somebody say all good. Hold on. My lord. Oh, Mr. Cat's in. Hi, Mr. Cat. I've just accidentally gone out, so I can't see all messages again. I'm not so well. I've got a cold now. Ethan managed to give me his cold, which is really thoughtful of him. So I would have put a nice shirt on and made really lots of effort, but I really can't bother today. I'm just got my normal comfortable orange one on, and just chilling. And I thought a bit of Connect 4. It's an easy game to play. So who wants the first game? I guess. Glad to hear yours is subsiding. Yeah, that's the one thing about cold. At least it didn't last too long, really. I don't think Henry's got the cold, but that said, he might have started showing signs today like me, or maybe he'll take another day or two. Go on in, Mr. Cat. Oh no, well, Gracie and Mr. Cat have called it basically at the same time. Um, let's rock, paper, scissors for it. Okay. So on a count of three, you two, like I'll say rock, paper, scissors, and shoot. And when I say have it typed out ready, and when I say shoot, you both send in the chat either rock, paper, or scissors, and we'll see who wins. Let's see if that'll work. Are we ready? But if I see any delay between any one of you, and I think you've waited, I will disqualify you immediately. So are you both ready? Let me know. Yeah, Gracie's just been like out raving all night, so she feels dodgy for that, which is her own fault. All right, are you ready, Gracie? Barker's like it's tense. Oh dear. All right. Just waiting on. Do you know that's an awful place to put this? I'm gonna stick it over here if I can make it work with the chat. Yeah, that's a bit better. The lighting is a bit. Why can't I ever get this to work very nicely on this? It's honestly a little bit annoying. Let's try that. I think like I need another light over here. If I do that, will that make any difference at all? No, not really. I don't think that made any difference. Right, okay. I'm ready to call it. And ready? Three. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Shoot. What? Oh, closest number. No. Look, you said you were ready, and I've called it. Oh, you got scissors in quick. Oh, they both went scissors. Okay. Okay, right. So that's a draw. I'm going to call again. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Oh, Gracie went paper, but it was quite a delay. Oh, I'm not sure. I bet the last one was delayed and she called scissors. It was about the same amount of delay. I feel like, suspicious. Yeah, I don't know if we can allow that one, Gracie. That was quite a delay. Oh, we've got some modded message already. Hold on. Yeah, it's supposed to be. All right, we'll do it one more time. Well, the thing is close. Okay, yeah, close number is better. I think of a number, you two call a number, and whoever's closest. That's a way better idea, Mr. Cat. There we go. You can tell how my brain's on when I'm poorly like this. It didn't help. I played some chess earlier with Lucas. I did win, but it was taxing. So I'm thinking of a number. I've got it in my brain already. Between 1 and 100. You two say a number, and I'll say who's closest. That's a way better idea. I picked one of my favourite numbers between 1 and 100. Mr. Cat's gone 37. If Gracie's waited and she's decided, oh, I'm just going to go 38 because my odds of it being higher are bigger, but I'll go as close as possible, that'd be well out of order. Oh dear. Gracie is closer. It was 49 was the number. It's one of my favourite numbers, 7 squared. So, right. Yeah, I guess it means Gracie's playing me first. But Mr. Cat can play after. Hey, Cheeky's in. Good evening, Cheeky. How are you doing? So, fire us a number off then, Mr. Cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as per usual. And we'll get started. Excuse all the sniffling. And I am going to have to like lean over to blow my nose every now and then. Which I will do off screen. I'll go over here like this. And I will deal with the blowing of my nose off screen. We've got number 4. Okay, and I'm going to go 3. Glad to hear it, Cheeky. You not out doing anything crazy tonight then? You're just in here with us, enjoying a slow evening? Five for Gracie. I will go on 4. I was asking Cheeky. Sorry. I've got to remember to say people's names when I'm talking. I do apologise. I was saying it was good that Cheeky's all right, and I was just asking if she had any plans tonight or if she's stuck inside with us. I know you're not going to go out tonight, Gracie. You've already had your crazy night. Did you say it was a rave? I didn't think anyone did raves anymore. That's interesting. Ah, down the pub, eh? You're a pub kind of lady then. Not go out to the bars or the clubs then. Do you know what, though? I'm not even sure if I know how old you are, Cheeky. Not that I should ever ask a lady her age, but... Yeah, it was like that, says Gracie. Ah. I'm too old to be raving or anything like that, to be honest. Not that I was into it when I was younger either. Old enough to have a pint. So you're at least 13, fair play. I joke. Oh dear. Of course, it would depend where you are, because you'd have to be 21 in America, which I think is crazy. I think they can vote at 18, but they can't drink until they're 21. And there's other things they can do as well. I mean, it makes sense to have drinking later than driving, let's say that. But like the voting thing is a bit weird. You can vote before you can drink. I don't know, maybe that makes sense as well. Weird though. Of course, it's better than when they didn't allow it at all. Was that a 4 for Gracie? Yeah. I'm going to go with... That's a good move. Nearly went there because I didn't want you to go there. Going to go there. It's a very passive defensive move. Oh, early 30s. That's a good time of life, that is. You can, you still have all your energy because you're still young enough, but you're old enough to have a bit of wisdom to know what to do with it. That's my thoughts anyway. We've got Skull Crusher back in. What is up? How are we doing? We're doing all good. Hope you're well, Skull Crusher. That's a cool name. Hope you're not actually going and crushing anyone's skulls, though. I think I'll go here. But is early 30s too old to play a bit of Connect 4 with me, Cheeky? That is the question. Oh, Gracie's having a good think about this one. Hold on. So it was at a pub, so it wasn't really a rave then, because raves were in like abandoned places somewhere or in a big unit somewhere. 5 again. Very nice move. I'm going to go for 4, I think. I'm going to give you too many centres. I'm more of a pub girl, to be honest. I don't like all that loud, sweaty chaos. Yeah, I've been known to frequent a pub, but mostly to play pool or just chat with mates. I'm more of a night in kind of guy. Like, I'm out in the day, getting out, having a hike or doing some sports or something when I'm not poorly anyway. Today I've just spent the whole day just relaxing, not doing much at all. I was watching a movie earlier, and as I said, my friend came around to play a bit of chess. But other than that, I got up so late. The morning was gone before I got up. I'm going to be honest. It was a party rave, to be honest, but at a pub. Oh, I see. So, but like a proper like going on. Oh, Emmy's in. Oh, you've changed your name, Emmy. Emmy Lemmy. How are you doing, Emmy? Hope you're well. 6, okay. 6 it is. I will go 7, obviously. You're not getting me that easy, Gracie. Not that easy. Never too old for a game of Connect 4, says Cheeky. Good stuff. Are you going to play me after Mr. Cat has his going? Spark saying, back in the day, went to a rave with 25,000 people. Think it was near Donington. Wow. Now that's a proper rave. I mean, do they get much bigger than that? I can't imagine they do. Yeah, I did 6, Mr. Cat. I already did 6 for her. And then I did 7. I had to delete everything on my channel. I'm just wondering, whoa, why is that, Emmy? Is that because of the age thing? I hope you got backups for some of this stuff, if you're bothered about any of it. I think you're mostly shorts though, so it's fairly replaceable. I think the shorts are. You don't what, like YouTube just deleted it or something, or was it your parents made you do it? I don't know. Someone's asking me if I'm some particular person I've never heard of. Son, nope, that's not my dad's name. Mr. Cat saying, are you staring into outer space? What? Right, has Gracie actually said a number? I don't think. Oh, you want 6 again? Sorry, Gracie, I've missed that. You said 6 again. That's fair play. Oh. I'm going to go here. Or you, Gracie? Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm always looking over here, it's because I'm looking at the chat. I've got my other phone just here, because you guys are too far away for me to actually see the chat. I think, though, it's possible for me to do it. Maybe. I could get you a bit closer and then maybe close enough to see the chat, but it's just a bit easier just to frame it up like this. 6 again. Now, here's where you've got to be careful, Gracie. You've gone right on the attack here, and you're thinking, oh, I've got him close here. The trouble is, I can go here or here, and I've got the win. I'm going to go here. I've already got you. Got you by 1 move. GG's, GG's. Right. So, I guess it's Mr. Cat to go next. And then, oh. Yeah, Mr. Cat next, and then I'm going to give Cheeky a game of Connect 4. So, go on then, Mr. Cat. Where's your first piece going to go? Mr. Winner, is that what I get? Ah, dear. You can call me Mr. Mole, Cheeky. All right, 7, says Mr. Cat. I'm going to take the middle, because why not? What has Sparker said? Have I missed something? Where they have the metal festival. Oh, I don't even know where that is. 5 for Mr. Cat. I'm going to go 5 as well. We need to up the odds. Winner should get something, says Skull Crusher. Would be good. If I was monetized and making some good money, I think I'd do that. I think I'd do prizes for people. But what do I get if I win? That's a good question. 4. I've got to go somewhere now. Where do I want to go? I'm gonna go on top of you again. There we go. Seven Cokes. What, the kind you drink, hopefully, not the kind you sniff. But being a rave, who knows? No, I only kid. The winner takes it all. The loser's standing small. Oh, that's pretty cool, Cheeky. Is that like a song lyric, or did you just make that up? It sounds like a song lyric. So 6 for Mr. Cat. I'm going to take a 5. Well, at least you weren't on any hard stuff. I guess though, being at the pub and you're not quite yet of age, that would have been right dodgy if they'd let you have some actual drink. Oh, it's a song by ABBA. I thought it sounded familiar. 3 for Mr. Cat. Go there. I'm going to do something really random. Felt like it. I did have some Prosecco and beer too. Naughty, naughty. Tell me the name of the pub and we'll get them shut down. I joke. 6. That's fair play. I think that you've done yourself in here, though, Mr. Cat. I have tricked you. Where would you like to go? Spark saying, I don't know where Tell is, and to be honest, back then I was so out of it I didn't know or care where it was. All I know is at the time it was the biggest rave. Oh yeah, I can imagine it, 25,000. Did we lose Emmy? Or I hope I haven't missed something she said. She was in for a minute and then we've kind of lost her. You still here, Emmy? Oh yeah, you just said I don't know and then you've disappeared. I hope Emmy's okay. I imagine that would have upset her quite a lot to lose her channel like that. Cheeky saying she doesn't want a spliff. No, I don't do any kind of drugs, to be fair. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I don't smoke pipe. Anyone know that song? But no, I don't smoke the reefer. 7. Sorry, Mr. Cat. And then obviously I go 7 and I take the win. Whoosh. Yeah, I don't judge anyone who does these things, but I'm not one for drinking or smoking anything, so. Oh, Mr. Cat is not happy. It's your own fault. You shouldn't have gone at number 6. Ha ha ha. Suck it into it. Right, Cheeky is up next then. Go on in, Cheeky. Tell me a number. Gracie is trying to school Sparker in how to use YouTube a bit. 1, says Cheeky. Okay. Shall I go easy on you, Cheeky, or shall I play really hardball on this? I guess the question is, what do I get if I win? We were talking about prize. Mm. I will go. I'm going to go here just to do something different. Excuse the sniffling. Yeah, I bet you've spent the entire day on YouTube, Gracie. You're not sure, says Chi. What are you not sure of? The prize or where you're going to go? I don't know. 4, right. Now I'm going to go here. There you go. Yeah, posts are actually quite hard to find, Gracie. Even when I'm doing it, I realise how difficult they've made it to find people's posts. It's really ridiculous. I do use my notifications at the top when you and me are chatting because it's the only way for me to know something's come through. Especially when you do that thing where you'll send the same thing over like 6 different parts of all the different comment sections. And I'm like, well, I'd never find them if it wasn't for the notifications. 3. I'm going to go with that one there. Yeah, to be fair, you don't always get notifications if you have them all turned off as well, Gracie. You kind of have to turn them all on, or unless they're oh, excuse me, unless they're on by standard, and then I've just turned them off by accident. I don't know. God, it's so hot in here. I'm gonna need to open up the door and get some fresh air in, I think. I think go there. Oi. Thank you, Cheeky. You're up north, aren't you, Cheeky? If I remember rightly, somewhere near Manchester. I forget. I'm trying to imagine whether you've got like a northern accent or whether it's like a southern one. 2. Okay. Tricky, tricky. I'm going to go here. Cheeky is better at this game than I was thinking. Oh, Essex. Oh, I remember you were saying how sometimes you get the stereotyping. Yes, now I remember. Sorry, Cheeky. Not far from here then, really, when I think about it. Certainly a lot closer than Manchester, anyway. Sparker's like, yeah, I'll click. Sparker and Gracie just trying to get on with it. 4, okay. Which means I'm going to go with 4. Where next? Five. Okay. Nice moves. Look at there. Gracie's saying, I saw Sarah kept calling you Alan last night. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not keen on that, but yeah. Not sure why she kept calling me Alan. I think I've made it pretty clear. I prefer people call me Molly. Or Mole, whatever. Was that one? Okay. That's a good call. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna. What is going on? Right, let me go back up. Oh, they're just talking about the raves. Yeah, you can get dragged to things when you're younger, can't you? And it's, I'll be honest, that's the way that you try things out, Sparker, and then you find out if you do like them or not. But I went to a nightclub in Brighton a couple of times, like a couple of different clubs when I was in the university. Didn't really like it, to be fair. Got dragged there by some girls. Like, you know, you like a girl, you kind of get dragged into doing what they want to do, especially when you're young. And yeah, 4. Okay. I think you've done the worst move you possibly could there, Cheeky. I can now go here to win, and also here to win. And I think I'll just take the cheeky one down there. There you go. Sorry, Cheeky. I think I've yeah, I think like a human is in. Hi, human. Good to see you. You got modded, but I've made it show. Yeah, there was one club that I got dragged to. It was like on the main sort of route, like the main road, sort of down from the station. I can't remember what it was called, and you could hear this thing going boom, 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 boom from like halfway up the road. You could hear it as you got off the train at the station. And as you got close, you get outside and you could feel it, and you were just stood outside, and people were inside, and I got dragged inside this thing. I was like, it made me feel like I was in a panic attack. I was like, whoa, and you could literally feel my heart palpitating to the beat, and I was like, I can't stand this. I've got to get out. I was like, why has anybody got the music this loud in anything? This is like, and anytime I hear one of these cars going by where the music's so loud, it kind of like overcast a conversation you're having outside of the car, and inside it is obviously way louder. I always wonder myself, it must be like that. They must be feeling like this, and it must be like just crazy. GG's though, cheeky GG's. Hope you're well, human. Hope you're doing good. Once you start losing count of how many drinks you've had, Gracie, you know it's a good night. So who's next? I think we're open for the next contender. Am I undefeated tonight? Yeah, yeah. I beat Gracie. I've beat Cat, and now I've beat Cheeky. That's 3-0 to me. What was my prize, Cheeky? What do I get? Dear. What's human saying? I went to a club once that hadn't opened yet, was still being furnished, and the guy who was going to be the manager let us in, and we was all sniffed up on whatever that is, and I will never forget how the guy had a face just like a pizza slice. How do you have a face like a pizza slice? What are we talking like? Lots of acne or something? I don't know. Or you mean like the shape of it? I don't know. So who's paying them? Or we're getting rid of the Connect 4 and just chilling, which I'd be happy to do. Does anyone want a rematch? Is anybody up to it? The weirdest thing's to shape his face. Yeah, once I had like a lock-in over at a pub with basically it was me, a mate, and I think either it was two mates or it was a mate and his girlfriend. I think it was a mate and his girlfriend actually. And the guy who was basically managing the pub, he didn't own it. He was just like, and he was fairly new as well to the job. He kind of just closed everything up but let us stay. And they were drinking from the taps, which I thought was a bit weird, that he was just letting people do this. And I thought to myself, if the owner sees any of this, this guy is out of a job. And I was starting to feel quite bad that he'd let this all happen. But my mate Chris at the time was very good at talking people into stuff. And yeah, I think he wasn't in the job long. I don't know whether he got like busted for that or something else, and whether he was regularly doing stuff like that. But yeah, well, dodgy stuff. Okay, I think Gracie's up for another game. Oh no, Human says I'll play first. So I'll go Human. Human said first that he'd play. Go on then, Human. Call me a number out while I blow my nose. I have got a cold at the moment, thanks to Ethan. Aye. One says Human. Alrighty. I'm gonna go with 4. Probably some turkey Twizzlers, says Cheeky. What, my prize? I don't even know what a turkey Twizzler is. Number 4. I'm going to go here. Mr. Cat says, Moldy, I hope your cold gets better soon. It should be better within 5 days by at least Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they go quick, so I'm hoping maybe by Monday I'll be feeling better, because I've got to work Monday. And it's very hard to do a physical job when you've got a cold, because it just saps your energy. 5, we've got a 5, okay. I hate to tell you this, but that was a really bad move. I'm going to beat you in 4 moves here, Human, which is about as bad as it gets. And I don't know what your excuse is for this, but oh dear. Yeah, GG, says Human. How has that even happened? Oh dear. Human says 2. And I'm going to go with... Oh no, I best go here. No, wait. Oh dear. I would like to say well played to you, Human, but there's no way I can say that with a straight face. Yeah, you've never tried turkey Twizzlers? They were massive in the 90s. Yeah, to be fair, my my family was pretty poor as muck for a lot of my younger years, to be honest. And my mum would have to go out and shop for whatever she could on the cheap, like in bulk, and stick it in the big freezer. So she'd buy like half a year's worth of meat on like Boxing Day, for instance, and like all the done down section. And we'd have things like, there were these squares of like sausage meat, and she'd have like things like that for us just grilled and things. We'd have some really cheap foods, to be honest. My mum did her best, but yeah, she had us on her own for quite a while there, and yeah, quite a lot of stuff in the 90s I think I basically missed. Right, I guess Gracie's up for the next one. She did call that one, so after Human. So if you want to have a crack, Gracie, say a number. Yeah, I mean, unless you're talking about like old turkey drumsticks, because we definitely had those at some point, but I think it was more when I was much younger. They were too expensive once we got poor. 4, says Gracie. There's a 3 for me, and back to you, Gracie. Yeah, I don't think I really thought about the fact that we were poor when I was younger, to be honest. I think the only thing that annoyed me was I was always wearing my brother's hand-me-downs. And I even got hand-me-downs from my sister, but not in terms of clothes. Like, I had to have her bike when I was a certain age. And it was a girl's bike, and they basically just painted it green and gave it to me. And I was like, well, I don't really want this bike. But I was forced into riding it. Yeah, and I was forced to just have things that I didn't want because that was all we could have. I'm going to go there. Where to next, Gracie? 6. Right, so I think my best move is that one. Psych. Sorry, Gracie. Where to next? 6. Okay. I'm going to go there. 5. Okay. Ooh. So what did everyone get up to? Look, for the old people here, no, not the old people, but the older people, the non-teenagers, I guess. What did we all get up to when we were teenagers? What was our favourite things to do? I remember I liked basically playing football down at my mate's house. We used to play a lot of two-a-side, and I'd be playing on like my Sega Master System, things like that. Ah, so you know what it's like then, cheeky. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't great times. I mean, I had my dad for the early years, but to be fair, he went to prison for something like particularly bad, and like he was out of the picture for quite a while. Um, Eventually, he was back when I was a teenager. Uh, that was probably worse at first than it was when he wasn't even there. So, yeah, that was disastrous times as well, but just in a different way. Um, him saying committing crime in your teenage years. Whoa. Hope nothing too bad. What are we talking, like some shoplifting or something? 6. Sorry, Gracie, you said 6. Okay. And then he missed that then. I honestly wasn't going to put that there. I was thinking of something else. And then I was like, oh, I better block you. Rach is in. Hi, Rach. How you doing? Good to see you. How's your Saturday been? What have you been up to? Gracie is reliably informing us that she's been asleep for the first half of the day and on YouTube for the second half. And I think bugging me for the last sort of 3 hours to get online, but I haven't been about because I was watching a movie and having food and stuff. I'm just trying to make myself feel a bit better, basically. Human saying, no, I'm being serious. I was terrible when I was younger. I got sectioned into an adult psychiatric ward at 16 due to being a threat to everyone around me and myself. Was a secure ward too, so had a... Wow. Wow, that's crazy stuff. Have you calmed down now? I don't even know how old you are, human, to be fair. Was that 4 from Racy? Okay, I'm going to go with that one. Gracie is playing a solid game here. Sinclair Spectrum home computer. Cool. Do you play games on that then, I guess? Human saying 31 now. Wow, early 30s, okay. Did Spark say something else? I don't know. Yeah, stop living my life that way when I was 21. Yeah, I guess you kind of learn your lesson pretty quick if you've been like sectioned and stuff. Mr. Cat saying, I'm going to go now and I will come back tomorrow stream. Hope you get better and have a good evening. See you, Mr. Cat. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Gracie says 4. I think you missed it, Gracie. I'm going to go there. Whoops. I don't know, you've been nice to me there, Gracie. Or are you going to blame that on being tired? Oh, got the long no. Oh dear. Did I get a response from Rach about what she's been up to today? I did not. Is it that long a message that you're taking that long, Rach, or have you just forgotten to answer me? Oh dear. So we've got another game on the horizon. Does anyone else want to play before I pack this thing up? Thing is, I enjoyed it all tremendously. Just got to the point where I knew I needed to change my life, as it would have been unwise to not change my ways. Yeah. You get this thing where like you get to an age where you realize if you're not going to do something a bit more constructive and build like a proper life for yourself, you're going to be you're going to have a pretty kind of like shallow existence as you get older, in a way. Human says, I'll play again. Okay, let's go for it. Oh, you two messaging between each other. Fair play. Rach says, Christmas breakfast with friend in Salisbury. Nice, Rach. Nice. Human says 1. I'm going to go for that. So when you say Christmas breakfast, what does a Christmas breakfast consist of? Did you have some turkey in with that or something? Or is that code for like something with a bit of alcohol in it? Like it's allowed at Christmas. And if that, because there's some people who think that's the case when it's Christmas, you're allowed to be a little bit more boozy and whatnot. And I reckon this is why people start like celebrating Christmas in November. Oh, excuse me. Well, see, Cheeky was saying something, so I'm going to just read that. Human said 5. And I'm going to go with 4 again. Cheeky says, it's a bit of a long story when my mum wasn't around. I stayed with her and her husband until I was 11, but then some big stuff went down and I didn't live with them anymore. I still hate them. Yeah, there's some big stuff that can go down with that sort of stuff. I'm sorry to hear that, Cheeky. Yeah, there's quite a lot of us with this big stuff when we were little. And I count myself in that number, to be fair. Parents can be absolutely rubbish. And they don't mean to be, they're just humans, and humans can just be rubbish. Human says 4. I'm going to go for here. Yeah, I know that, like, and I think I've mentioned this before on the channel. My childhood was not the worst childhood anyone's had, by a long shot. But it all started when I was very young, and essentially the issue is you don't get a lot of support, especially us from, like, you know, I mean, I guess you're not quite as old as me, to be honest, Cheeky, but I think you're old enough to say that you fall in the same group of people where back then a lot of people, a lot of stuff that happened to kids just didn't get caught by, like, you know. Oh, wait. I thought Human said 4. Human said 5. Sorry. Let me back up that move. I saw 4, but that was your last move. My bad. There we go. Right, got the right one in. I'm going to go over here. Feel like I could sleep all day and night tomorrow. Go for it, Gracie. When I was younger, I would do that sometimes. I would just go, do you know what, today I'm not getting out of bed. And I would just sleep through. Yeah. I wonder if anyone can guess the longest I've ever slept. I bet nobody can. But see if you can guess what's the longest I've ever slept in one go. Like not even waking up even once. Not for the toilet, not to have a drink or anything. What do you think the longest is I've ever slept? Human says 7 and then says I'm gonna no, it wasn't 25 hours. 2 days is closer than 25 hours is. Sparker's the closest so far with 36 hours. I'll give you a hint. I had some sort of illness and a doctor was called and my mum was told, it's all right, he'll probably wake up on his own, but if he doesn't wake up after 48 hours, you'll have to wake him up. And I woke up just in the nick of time where it was all right. But my mum was starting to panic because she was like, you hear these things about people dying in like so many days because of dehydration. The doctor was like, it's all right, he's sleeping, so it's not like he's out walking in the hot sun or anything like that. I'm not sure the exact amount because my mum wasn't 100% sure, but it was almost 48 hours. So I think it was something like about 44, 46 hours. Oh, 2 says human. Okay. I'm going to go 2 as well, I think. Yeah. One. Not 48 hours, sorry. 4 days. So whatever that is. My brain. Basically it was a few hours shy of 4 days, whatever that is. What's that? 96, sorry. 96 hours. So probably around about like the low 90s. Number 1 said human. I don't know why I said 48 hours. Do you know what it is? Because my brain's going like 4 days and 4 like something about, but 4 days basically. Yeah. So basically that's what happened. It was like I was asleep for 4 days and 4 nights, but just short of it because yeah, like my mum was almost about to wake me up. She was like thinking it's going to be like, you know, just a few hours left and I'm going to be waking this lad up and forcing him to have a drink. But yeah, but I don't know what it was. My mum knows what it was, but I can't remember what the illness was. I want to go here, I think. Seven. Okay. I'm going to go there. I think I've got this one now. 11 hours and 41 minutes, says Gracie. That's the longest you went. That's a long time. I mean, I think without being ill, the longest I've slept is quite a long time. I think I've done like, I don't think I know what the record is, but I know that I've done times when I've gone like for maybe like you know, the odd wake up and then just go back to sleep sort of thing in there. But I think I've done like maybe 13, 14 hours, something. One for human, which makes me have to go on 1 as well. Yeah, I think that going back to what me and Cheeky were talking about, the childhood trauma thing though, like people don't realise as well how long that stays with you. That stays with you for your whole life. It really does. It can be, and it doesn't have to be anything like highly traumatic for you. Just like bad situations and stuff that like go on for a prolonged period of time and stuff. I'm gonna go here, I think. Yep, no reason not to go there. Yep. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, I'm starting to get that point now where my brain feels like a bit of a balloon. You still with us, Cheeky? You've been a bit quiet for a while. Did I miss a message? I hope not. I know you are. I think you're still here. Oh, we got that David back in. I think that's your name, isn't it? The Oak 122. Or is my memory playing tricks with me? Could be. I go without sleep 3 or 4 days, then kip for 2 days solid. Like, whew. What, you do it regularly? That is a different way to do it for sure. To be fair though, around the world people do it differently. Like we used to do it where we'd have like 2 sleeps in a night. I'm not sure I understand that statement. You said 4. Okay. I'm just going to go with 2. Why not? Hey, David. There we go. I've got a good memory. Spark is saying, not even bad situations, Molly. My parents moved around the country every couple of years, and that really screwed my education up. Other than that, they were great people. It's not just the education. You think about it; it's your social connections as well. They're denying you ability to form solid social connections with anybody but them, which makes you become dependent on them for your long-term social sort of needs, for want of a better word. And if they're not up to that, like 100%, and even if they are, that's still pretty rough. And that's like, you know, these days you might get away with that a bit. Like my boys, they travel around a bit, but it's to the same places all the time. So although they move about, they have stable places, and we've always sort of helped them maintain friendships. So like they'll go online and they'll play with people, and they'll, like, you know, have meetups with them regularly. And that's gone on for like years, some of these friendships. Whereas back in our day, there was none of that, was there? Didn't have a mobile phone to just go, oh, we'll talk to our mates, and you couldn't chat online playing a game or anything. They'll go online playing with their friend Gabriel playing Minecraft and just chat away on a video call while they're playing. It's crazy. Oh, sorry if I missed one. Did Human say 1? Sorry, Human. I was just blowing my nose. Got distracted. I'm now going to go there. This is going to be one of those ones where it's a forced win, where Human knows not to go there but has no choice but to go. It's possible that I don't win this, but I think, I'm not sure of the time, and I haven't worked it all out. My brain's too tired to work it all out and go all through the whole thing. You've gone for 6. Okay. I'm going to go with, I guess, this one. Oh, to be fair, I can just force the game now. What am I doing? I've just realised I can force the game. I will see you, Cheeky. Enjoy your time at the pub. Thanks for stopping in. I hope to see you soon. It's always lovely having you in. Did I go? I went. Yeah. It's. Oh, did you say 6? 6. No, you do. Did I already do 6? Am I waiting on human for another one? Yeah, you already said 6. Ah, Duxter's in. Hi, Duxter. Long time no see. How have you been? You gonna go, human? Yeah, I've realised I can force this now. If I go down here, I don't think you can win, but you have to block me. Yeah, I'm just gonna go here. This is right. There you go. Don't know why I'm trying to fill up the board. I can actually just force the timing. Yeah, I've had some nights where I didn't even go to sleep. Quite a few of those over my lifetime, to be honest, Gracie. There were a few when I was younger, just because I was up playing games or something and refused to go to sleep and just carried on. But even when I'm older, sometimes it happens. Like, there's been ones where I've been out with mates and I get back and it's like 4 in the morning. I'm like, I've got a gap at 7. If I go to sleep, I'm going to feel really rough when I wake up. It might be easier just to stay awake and get out a little bit earlier and get stuff done. And I'm like, that's what I do. Human says 3. It's a good move to block me, but then I take the W. Just here. There we go. GG's, human. That was a much better game, that one. Duxter, would you like to play a game with me? Glad to hear you're good. Yeah, it was a good one, Sparker. It was. Yeah, and you did that, human. That was a proper, like, went to the almost full board on that one. Right, I don't know if Duxter's got a massive delay or he's just ignored me, but yeah, I think we might think about calling it soon. I don't know how long this stream's been going on for. I don't have as much control when I'm looking at this one. I know, I remember now why I have it. I was just thinking, why don't I have this set up so I can just use my main phone? And I remember that's because I have to use the back camera, not the front camera, because otherwise this is all reversed for you guys. And I guess I could reverse it in my brain and just go and count it the other way, and then you guys would see it the right way around. But no, I don't think Duxter wants to play a game. All right. Oh, can we play, says Melad? Melad? Is that how we're saying? Or Milad? Is that? No, that's Melad, surely. Am I saying that right, Melad? But hi, welcome to the chat. And yes, you're more than welcome to play. Everyone is welcome. So all it is, you call out a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. I'll place your yellow one down in. Then I'll have my go. Have I heard of Clash Royale? That's one of those like phone games, isn't it? I think so. So yeah, just call out a number in the chat, my lads. And when you say we, is there more than one of you watching from there? Oh, we've got Lady Baltimore in. That's a cracking name. Says, good evening. Hope you're doing well. I am indeed Lady Baltimore. Should we call you just Lady? That's a very posh way to call you. I like that. Yeah, we're doing well. Just chilling. I have got a cold, so I'm doing my best. 4 for Milad. You're too late, Duxter. Milad is Melad. Sorry, Melad is having this turn. You can play on the next one. So 4 for Melad. I'm going to go for 3. What, the Lady Baltimore sounding posh? Yes. Or are you talking about Melad? Melad could be posh as well, I guess. But yeah, Lady Baltimore. Oh, I'm going to sneeze, sorry. I think it's time to have a bit of a drink. I'm getting too hot over here. I've had the stove on way too long. Oh, is Melad said another number, or was it just the? Oh yeah, 4 again. Okay, 4 for Melad again. Okay. Yeah, I'll be all right soon. It's just a cold. It's nothing serious. My son gave it to me. Bless him. I'm going to go there. Duxter, don't call out numbers. It's not your turn. Duxter, stop calling numbers out. It's one person at a time, Duxter. So, Melad is playing now. You can play after if you want to. Big Lib Dem love, says Lady Baltimore. Fair enough. That's about as much politics as I will allow in the chat, lady. We don't do politics here, but I'll allow you to shout that one out as a free pass. Melad says free. Okay. Melad playing a tricky game here. I'm going to go with 6. Oh, we have Wendy in. Sorry, Wendy. I did not see you there. Is that the... Hi, Wendy. How are you doing? Oh, you just said bless you. Great to have you in, Wendy. I think you've been in before, haven't you? I do recognise that name. Gracie's saying about keeping the volume. Yeah, when I'm sneezing, for sure. I try to give everyone a warning just in case anyone's on headphones. What's Melad saying on top? Say a number, Melad. I don't know where you mean on top. It could be anywhere. Say a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Yeah, I thought you had, Wendy. It's nice to see you again. Lady saying apologies. It's all right. You don't need to apologise, lady. I just let you know as a friendly sort of thing. This stream is not about politics or anything heavy like that. We try to keep it light and easy going. I tell you, Melad is very solid. You only need to say it once, Melad. I will see it. Sometimes I'm a bit slow, but you only need to say it one time. If you repeat it too often, I might think it's your next turn. So just one time. I'm going to go with that one next. Whoa, I'm already having to be very suspect of Melad's moves. Melad is a strong player. I can tell already. Yeah, there's a bit of a delay. So just say a number and just wait patiently and give me half a minute and I will get there. We're in no rush here. 6 again, like we did last summer. Yeah, 6 again. I'm going to go here. Where is Melad going next? When you're saying I fail at games, no idea why. Nah, they're just games. Don't worry about it. The games are supposed to be just fun. It's not, you know, if you're not trying to win, then it's not really fun. So you've got to have some competition. 3 for Melad. I will go with that one. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I think, you know, there's always got to be a bit of competitiveness within a game. What's the point? Some more than others, you know. That's why, like, for instance, poker would be useless if you don't have a pot to win, because everyone's all in all the time. Otherwise, there's no skill. It's just all luck. But then, like chess, you don't have to have a lot of things riding on chess. Just the skill of playing and being able to win is enough. It has been suggested I should do prizes for this, which I guess I could, but at the same time, I don't know that it's necessary. Just the pride of winning is good enough. Excuse the sounds. I'm sure that's not pleasant on a on across the mic, but there's not much I can do. I can't easily mute the mic, I don't think. 4 for Melad. That's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, this is a game, this one. I'm going to go... Yeah, that'd be pointless. So, yeah, I'm going to go here. Yeah, I like that. We've got Lady Bedfordshire being said by Gracie. If you don't mind me asking, it sounded like you're saying Lady Bedford. You're replying to Lady that I'm in Bedfordshire. That's right, yeah. Although I'm a van lifer, so I move around, but Bedfordshire mostly. Really, Lady, whereabouts are you then? We had Cheeky in, who was from Essex, which is not that far from here, to be fair. Oh, St Albans. Yeah, Hertfordshire. I know it well. I drove past there literally yesterday. I was coming back from Wales. I came across the M4, then up around the M25. Although it was a little bit of a detour at the point, just to save a little bit of time. Google threw it up on the navigation, but then yeah, okay. And normally I'd go through a bit of St Albans, I think, like a bit of a shortcut from the M25 to the A1. But because the traffic was so bad on that, it actually made me go all the way around to the South Mims sort of turn off and go up the full part of the A1, which is interesting. Number 1 for Melad. I thought you might go there. You're a strong enough player. I thought that's probably going to happen. And my plan was simple: go there. You're definitely keeping your brightness and your volume down today. That's fair play, Gracie. I know your brain probably does not want you have anything bright and loud on. Wendy's saying, I'm in Devon. Who'd have thought a load of UK here? Yeah, we do get quite a few. We get an international crowd sometimes, but the core of our family is definitely UK based, which is lovely. It is really lovely. Devon's a nice place though, Wendy. I think, like, I don't know. I don't think I was actually in Bristol, in Devon. The closest I got to that, I think, was Bristol. Sort of like as we were going across the bridge on the M4 there. But definitely got eyes on a bit of Devon, I think, while we were up in the mountains and stuff in South Wales. Yeah, it's always busy there. You're right, lady. Oh, Duxter's got to go already. See you, Duxter. Sorry you didn't get to have a game. Melad says 1. Okay. Yeah, this is literally just going to be one of them games. Fair play. I'm not sure who's going to win this one. Someone is, but I don't know who. I don't know the timing on this. Human says, I love the Bristol accent. I'm not good at accents, so I don't know what a Bristol accent sounds like. I like a lot of accents, to be fair. 1 for you. Okay. I guess I'll go here. We have Anastasia, is that right? Am I correct? Hopefully, but hi. Welcome in. Good to see you. Was it your... All right, my lover, or lovely? Because, like, all right, my lovely, that'd be a thing I'd hear someone say. But all right, my lover. Lover sounds a bit... Whoa. It was your birthday yesterday, wasn't it, Anastasia? If so, happy birthday for yesterday. Sorry we didn't see you, but I'm hoping you had a lovely day. 3 for Melad, and I'm going to go with this one. Can anyone spot the columns that we're avoiding to put our things down? So Melad, me, Melad, me, Melad, me. I think I've got this one. Sorry, Melad. Grace said everyone on the A5 was absolutely gridlocked yesterday. I believe it. I tell you, there's so much gridlock around these days. It's ridiculous. He was saying, yeah, love it. It's a distinctive thing they say there. Always thought the accent is hot. Well, I'm going to have to maybe do a search, see if I can find someone from Bristol on YouTube to listen to and see what their accent sounds like. Anastasia's saying, I'm very hot right now. I bet you are. No, what do you mean? Are you somewhere really warm? Wendy asking about accents like that. Was that another 7 from Melad? I'm assuming so. Then my one here. Oh dear, Melad. You're going to have to go somewhere. Where do you want to go? It's not going to be good for you either way. This is the trouble with letting me set up this block here. It's given me a lot of wind potential on both these lines. Yeah, I've had the stove on all day, lady. I live in a van, just so you know, and I have my wood stove. It's probably not on anymore because it got so hot. It was just stupid. 5. And I will go 5 and take the win. Haha. Good game though, Melad. I say that's the strongest game we've had yet on the channel. So kudos to you. That was impressive play. Well done. I'm going to leave that up for a little while so people can see that. Oh, excuse the noises. But I did commit to doing daily live streams for a whole year. Which means, and as I said this early on in the first few days, I said at some point I'm going to be ill. And if I'm not too ill, I will get on the stream. And I'll probably have had to be completely unconscious not to get on the stream. Although, if any of my good friends are with me in the hospital while I'm laying there unconscious, they'll probably realise that I want to get on the stream, and they'll stream me. They'll do it for me, I'm sure. They know what I'm like with commitment. You are competitive, but it's good that way. Yeah, you gotta be. If you went first, I would have won, said Melad. And that's, well, yeah, I give the stream the choice, to be fair, usually, but most people just want to go first. And you say that, but if I'm first, I would have probably played a slightly different game. I think I just got lucky there with the timing, to a certain extent. Because if the win points had been like, if one of them had been higher up, so instead of them both being here, if that one had been higher up and one of us could have played here, then so it's that sort of thing where it depends where they get set up to a certain extent. But I've learned something there, which is that if I've gone second, I want them to be sort of like even, so then they'll be all right. But if they're odd, then it means that the basic. But it depends on obviously if there's more than 2 columns, or if there's 2 or 1 column and stuff like that. So that's going to make a difference as well, I think. But I'll keep an eye on that. No, says Anastasia. Did I get a response from Anastasia about her day yesterday? What did Melad say? That's not a bad sport. That's fine. That's fine. Can we redo? Says Melad. Let's see if anyone else wants a game first, and then we'll do a redo if you want. I was with my late husband Albert, may he rest in peace. Oh, that's kind of sweet to hear, but also, you know, I hope. Was it a recent? Well, no, I won't ask about that. We won't delve into that. Sorry, my lady, but yeah, I hope it was a nice time at least. Anyway. Oh, Tap Houses is in. I'm going to call you Tap. I hope that's okay. Good to see you again. Does anyone else want a game before I replay Malad? I like to give everyone else a chance first, Malad. Anastasia says, I feel cool when I eat grapes. So I forget. So now, Anastasia, you're in the UK right now, but you're not from here. Am I remembering that right? So you're from somewhere else? Is that yeah? Is that the yeah you want a game, Gracie? Lady says, I did something similar myself for about a week and a half in Botswana back in 2000. Must be lovely. Oh, sorry, I've missed some chat. Sorry, lady. Yeah, the van life is lovely for me, not for everybody, to be fair. I've been doing it now for a little over 4.5 years. Oh, that's great to hear, lady. That you had like it was. I'll be honest. I was married for a little over 15 years, and it did not end well. And we had some good years, but a lot of bad ones as well. It's one of those things, isn't it? There's no good ending to a relationship because it either ends badly or somebody passes away. So yeah, but I think of the two, I think, you know, if you had a lot of years together that were nice and lovely and wonderful, as you say, yeah, I don't know that I'd choose that as the way for it to happen, but yeah, that sounds kind of nice from my perspective. But that's the grass is always greener, maybe. What's this? Anastasia about a job application at your door. Oh, Aoife is back in saying, who's winning? Oh no, Gracie can't now. So I guess, Melad, I can give you another game. I might make this the last one of the night though. I am getting tired. Yeah, hit and miss would definitely be one way to put it, lady. Marriage is definitely a mixed bag. And I guess mine was a miss, but there we go. I can only hope that the next relationship I get into will be the hit. I have done a bit of dating since, and it's not gone well. I don't know whether, I mean, I'm not the easiest person in the world to get on with, I will say. Like, I'm, you know, I'm not perfect, nobody is. But I'd like to think that I'm a pretty decent guy. You know, I don't do anything really bad. I'm romantic. But, you know, I have my bad days and I can be a bit grumpy. And I haven't even got a relationship, had a relationship like from the dating bit, where I've even got to the point where I'd had a grumpy day, to be fair. So, well, not that kind of grumpy anyway. Yeah, it seems either there's something wrong with me that I'm not aware of, or the ladies that I've been dating are just, their level of what they need out of a guy is pretty high. So I'm at a loss, to be fair. I've been doing a lot of thinking about it, and I think there's a few videos in there somewhere, but still need to keep looking at that. Keeping hope is always a good thing. True, true. Without the hope, we're basically done. I'm going to go first. Okay. I'm going to go down the middle. My romantic gene is absent, says Sparker. No, I'm a complete hopeless romantic. We get some of the ladies turning up here sometimes, and men, I might say as well, giving the old flirt with me, and I'll have a little flirt back. It's a bit of fun. But in reality, like there was somebody came in once and just basically said, "Will you video call me after the stream?" I'm like, No. That's the sort of thing that you do with someone you've been with for a while, like a long while, not like just, oh, we met on a stream, let's just go off and have a video chat. Because I know what they were suggesting. I'm like, no, 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 no. There we go. Eve saying good move. I don't know who that good move was for, me or Melad. I can say Melad is a strong player. I think accepting things are how they are and not how I want them to be in the dating scene has helped me a lot. As when I was younger, the state of modern dating used to do my head in. Yeah, so that's the thing, you see. When I've met these women, like, you know, there were things that I need in a relationship, but it really just boils down to them being actually committed in a relationship and wanting to be with me. You know, and there's little things that might bug you, but you just kind of like move past that. And there's definitely been some red flags with the ladies that I've sort of dated. And there've been a couple where there were enough red flags I had to like call it myself, be like, nah, no, 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 no. But for the most part, it wasn't me ending these things. 6, okay, and quite often, like it was never the same thing, which is a good sign. If it was the same thing every time, I think I'd know what was wrong, and I'd be able to maybe like do a little bit of self-assessment on that. But yeah, like some it's like you're not present enough. Others it's too much. It's like, you know, some it's like you're too physically affectionate. Others it's like there's not enough. I'm like, well, you know, you're kind of looking for something very precise. And I think this is, so from my side of it, I think that maybe that's the issue sometimes, is that the women I've dated, they've got a very precise idea of what they want it to be. And if I don't meet that, then things aren't good. I'm like, well, you've got to be a bit more chill with it than that. You know, you can't expect someone to be everything that you have planned out in your head for them to be. You kind of have to go with it a little bit and go, do you know what, you know, yes, I got the fact that it was 2. Even Noah chirped in. I'm like, Noah, Melad's playing. Yeah, so I'm not too fussy a person in terms of details, and I'll roll with a lot of things. Like, I mean, like Louise wanting to play squash with me, and it's a game that I'd never wanted to play before, but she wanted to play it because it's one of her favourites. And I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead, let's give it a crack. She didn't like the fact that I basically owned her on the court because I'm a competitive guy, and I try my best not to be totally annihilating her. I'd let her have quite a few points, but I don't like to be too so 4. Mm. I'm going to go 4 as well. Oh, what was Lady saying? Sorry. I never have much thought to getting married again. Albert passed in his 50s. I mean, that I see it 2 ways. One, it's like it's a bit of a shame because you know, if you've got more life ahead, it'd be nice for you to share it with somebody. But at the same time, it's wonderful to think that you had such a lovely marriage that you just couldn't think to be with anyone else. And the romantic in me kind of like loves that a little bit. So Human says, my view is if I meet someone who's nice and attracted to each other, then I'm sold. But like you, brother, people want way too much these days on average. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm 2. Okay. I'm going to go with... Oh, Melad is playing a really good game. I'm having to be so careful here. Right, if I play there... Yeah, I don't even go there, but I'm already there. So, oh dear. There. Oh, that's nice. You're devoted to your grandchildren. That's really lovely. 3. Okay. That's surprising. That's surprising because I'm just going to go here. You surprised me there, Malad. I thought you were going to block me. You have made a mistake. Well, it didn't matter if it's 3 or 2. You needed to be going on 5. You totally missed it, Malad. I'm going to say you went from getting like really good solid game to being owned. I tease though. I tease though. I can't give you a GG for that one, but you know, good effort nonetheless. Oh dear. What's going about? It's my shirt. It's not nearly the same colour. You're lucky I'm not wearing my red shirt. Oh. Right. At first I said 3, not 2. I accidentally said 2. Yeah, you. It didn't really matter which one you went with. You weren't going to win on that. You had to go. You had to go 5. Well, I'm gonna call it here. I think I'm getting really knackered. The cold is just really destroying me. Yeah, I'm watching the feed from there, and it's not hard to see, because to be fair, most of the time when I'm playing, I'm watching the feed. I'm not watching down here because this is too close to me to really like look at it too much. So I'm watching on here on the other device, seeing the game from there, and that's how I'm kind of playing it most of the time. So no, I'm not taking any excuses about it. Yeah, I've got a cold now. Ethan gave me his cold. Generous little guy that he is. What's this human saying? I think true love, like unconditionally time-shattering love, is so rare, which is also what makes it so beautiful. That is true. That is true, and it's the unconditional part. To be fair, as we're into this, I'm going to move over to the sofa, and I'm going to switch cam around and get a bit comfortable so I can talk and do all that. There we go. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, really. Like, so what I've noticed is this is my quick take on the dating scene at the moment, and how it pertains to how I see relationships, which you may or may not want to hear. I don't know, but as we're talking about it, the way I see it is, I go into a relationship open to the idea that this could be the one, which means I need to be myself, be honest, not try to hide things too much or anything like that, because we all try to be like a better version of ourselves for the first bit of time, and it can wear out. So I'm always like, I'll try to be like just me, but open to everything about them, you know, just be honest about myself, open to what their things are, and not judgmental at all. Yeah, and just basically, you know, go in open to it being that. So, because you never know, because it's very hard. I mean, you know, at first you've got the lust thing where, like, you know, you're attracted to them physically and whatnot, but you don't know the person until you've sort of got to know them a bit. So you don't know if you're going to be compatible. And I think it's one of those things where if you meet somebody you're into so much, then sometimes you get lucky and you do just fit perfectly. Other times you don't quite fit, until someone goes, well, actually, for this person, I like them so much, I'll change something, and then you fit. And if both people are doing a little bit of changing, it's not too bad. And I think that's another way that it can work. If two people meet that are willing to do a bit of changing for the other person, because that person means so much to them, that can be beautiful as well. It doesn't have to be that you have to fit perfectly. Like the whole love at first sight and then it all works out, that is, like you say, super, super, super rare. And I think that's one of these things that happened with me and Louise, to be fair. I felt that she was close enough to what I wanted that I could have been with her for the rest of my life. And I really loved being around her. I feel like she loved being around me as well, but I think like she was more into the idea of me, like she'd met me through the channel, and I think I didn't quite match up to what she thought I might be, because obviously you guys see me for, I don't know, anywhere through half an hour, and I think the longest we've done so far is about 3 hours worth of streaming. So it's only a snapshot of like a bit of my day where I'm trying to be my best, and I'm surrounded by a group of lovely people, which makes it better, makes me better. Whereas when I'm sort of having a rough day and I'm on my own, I am not always able to kind of like put positive me across, and sometimes I need a little bit of support. And I think this is one of those things. She wasn't really looking at it in terms of, you know, what she was looking very much what she was wanting to get out of it, rather than would she come into it like she would say that it was a talk about support. But I think the reality of having to be there for somebody when they're not having the best day and they maybe aren't reaching out, and yeah, so it's one of those things. It's either finding somebody who meets exactly, or two people who are willing to kind of do a bit of changing. But if basically one person's willing to change and the other person doesn't, and isn't willing to settle for like something that isn't exactly what they want, and they want the other person to just morph into this perfect idea, that's when you've got a really unhealthy relationship. And yeah, I've got to say that's the sort of thing that I'm trying to avoid very much, because I'm aware that I'm one of the people who's willing to do a bit of changing, and I feel like for the most part that is kind of the most sensible way to look at it. You've got to be willing to accept a few things that aren't necessarily going to work 100%. And in some ways, I think I'd prefer that rather than somebody who was exactly right for me, because it wouldn't be it wouldn't be very. I think that's the key to it. Is for me, I like a little bit of friction, like a little bit of heat. Like I don't want it all to be just like, I want something that's not difficult, but I don't want it to be easy either. Like, you want there to be, like a game, you want the game not to be so ridiculously difficult that you can't even play it, but you want it to have a little bit of challenge so that you feel like you've achieved something. And it's not quite the same, but it's the analogy's there. You want a relationship to be kind of like, you know, you want a little bit of spark, and that's where I think the spark comes from. I watched a video about this actually, about women and the way they perceive a spark, and it's basically like if a man's pulling away and they're doing these negative things, they see that as a spark, and that's what they need in a relationship, and that's why they end up with the bad guys. And I'm like, well, it's a bit one-dimensional this, but point taken, that's kind of like where we all are with it, where it's like, if they're giving you everything you want without any resistance, yeah, it's like you're missing something. And we've all been, well, not all, but a lot of people have been trained into feeling like you need to have to work. And I do not want a relationship where I feel like I'm putting all the work in and it's not coming back the other way. And yeah, well, I've noticed that with a lot of the women I've dated on the dating apps. And I don't know if it's just the way that I'm attracting the wrong kind or what, I don't know. But I'm sure there's plenty out there who are not like that, and I've just got to find the right ones. But yeah, it's but I go into a relationship thinking this could always be the one, and I'm like a romantic old fool about it, and I will, you know, dive headfirst in, like fully committed to seeing if we can't make it work. But with, at the first, the caveat of like watching out to make sure I'm that kind of person who's going to expect me to do all of the heavy lifting, because then it's like a, well, okay, maybe not. But yeah, but that's my 6th sense on that anyway. Sorry, bit of a monologue, and I've missed loads of chat. So I've got back to where Human was saying that. I'm going to have a quick scan down, see if anyone said anything interesting. Yeah, lady, you're right. Orange juice would do me some good. They're vitamin C. I do need to get some vitamin C into me today. I have had some. I probably should have some more. Oh, we've got Lyra saying hi from Russia. Hi, Lyra. Lovely to have you in. Sorry I haven't said hello first. Hi, Stephanie. Good to see you in. Yay, another family member. I'm not sure if Lyra was asking somebody else where they're from, but I'm from the UK, if you were asking me. We've got a Madan Raj in saying something random that I cannot read. Nothing worth doing is easy, says Aoife. Yes, 100%, 100%. That's kind of what I was trying to get at. Yeah, most of us are from England. Sarah, are you saying? Are you saying? Were you trying to say Lyra and you got auto corrected? Oh, I think I missed Lyra. Never mind. And we've got a Georgina Cat in. Hi, Georgina Cat. Okay, so I asked this question when the kids were on, and you rightly said you would discuss when they weren't here. So why do you put your kids online? Oh, you've been in before. I think I remember you asking this. I don't put my kids online. They come online because they want to be. They were given the choice, and regardless of whether you think that they can make an informed decision at their age, at what age are you informed would be my question to you. Um, they're not doing anything that they can't take back. I can certainly remove all this content from online, and we don't do anything that they wouldn't be willing to do in a public place. Like if I took them to a pub and we were having a chat or playing board games, then it wouldn't be weird. And this is just another public space as far as I'm concerned. So anything that's okay to do in a pub or at a park or anywhere where it's public, then I'm willing to do with my boys on the stream. Anything we're doing private only, not on the stream. So yeah, that's kind of the way that I see that one. Hopefully I have answered you fully for that, Georgina, but you're welcome to come back at me with another question. And we've got Madame saying, no offense, but you look like Epstein. I don't even know what he looks like. So I all that stuff goes over my head, to be honest. And you can tell me I look like whoever you want me. You'll find the right love and at the right time, says Ladybot. Well, thank you, lady. I appreciate that. And I can only hope, fingers are crossed, that I will eventually find that right person. No, respect. Georgina Cat has just said thank you for your response, and yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. If you've got any more questions, ask me. I'm an open book. I mean, I don't take offence to questions. I think if you're not asking questions, what are you doing? What are you doing? You've got to ask questions. So I'm going to blow my nose again. It was silly cold. I'm aware I sound pretty bunged up as well. But I committed to daily streams for a year, and a little cold is not going to stop me from getting that done. It's going to have to be more than a cold to stop me. Well, thank you, lady. I don't see it as handling it. That's just my view, really. That's all I do in here. I don't think things through very like massively. I go on instinct quite a lot. But if someone asks me a question, I can generally get out what I'm thinking. Yeah, and that's just the way I see it. I think if you look at it like this, we have Emmy in, who is 11, which was a shock to me because I was like, surely, like you're not, because YouTube have a thing where if you're under 13, you can't like watch streams. And I'm like, how is she watching then? Because I just assumed that everyone was going to be 13 and up. But we have some teenagers in, so we keep it PG in here when they're all abed, which is weird because I know that we're a bit of an international community, and sometimes there'll be some younger person from another country, and maybe because it's not that late there, but mostly we're UK guys, and you know, I'm roughly aware of who's in, so there's a bit of adult flirting, and as long as we don't cross a line, you know, we keep it to the level that you might get in a kids movie, like where they do a bit of double entendre and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, we keep it pretty PG. So, you know, it wasn't a big deal. Like, it turned out she was a bit younger than we thought. And her parents are cool with her being online. And it's her parent, in my view, it's her parents' right to decide how they're going to treat her, because they know her as a person better than we do. If she's mature enough for her age that she can be trusted to be safe online, it'd be a bit like saying that 11-year-old couldn't be out at the local park. You know, there's an age where a parent knows, are their kids responsible enough to go to the park on their own? And I think that's a very individual like sort of choice, because you've got to know your child, and the parents got to choose. And there are bad parents out there who don't make that choice and just let the kid do whatever. And sure, you know, things like that need to be checked a little bit. But then there's parents like me who it's definitely a thought process where what we think our child is safe to do. And yeah, Henry has his own channel. He's on his own channel, like videoing his fishing and stuff, and he loves that. And he knows to be safe and not to do things on there. And Ethan plays with Gracie on Roblox. And obviously we've gone through the chat with him about how to be safe with that sort of thing. And I think the games are pretty good at keeping people safe anyway, especially the kids. PG tips, says Jimmy. I don't know what Jimmy's talking about. So anyway, so what we're talking about here, I've missed some stuff. Ask questions. You have perceived. Yeah, don't worry about that. We don't need to have a go at anybody for their questions. Honestly, let's keep it nice. Madan says camping does not rule. It's actually a play on things. The channel name, to be honest. Camping rules okay rules okay was essentially just a football chant that people said when I was younger at school, and we used to just go around as kids adding anything we liked to the start of it. So like you'd go around saying Moldy rules okay or whatever, and I could have done that, but the channel was mostly about camping at first, plus the ethos of camping, which is leave no trace or leave it how you found it. Okay. That is like the main thing of camping. When you go out camping, you take your rubbish home and you try to leave that campsite as good as it was when you arrived, and maybe even better. You know, if there's somebody else's mess left behind, try to clear it up, that sort of thing. And you want to make sure that it's a reusable site. If somebody else comes, they might not even know you've been there, and they can reuse it again, and there's no damage done. And I think that that's an ethos we should be using for our entire lives around the world, because we don't treat the world like that, and we really should, because we are messing this world up. We all know it, and we all go, yeah, but our little bit don't matter. And that's the thing, when you get like 1 million people visit the Lake District in a year, or however many it is, but let's just call it 1 million just for ease of maths. If every one person bought a tiny piece of litter, that's a lot of litter by the end of it, which is why it's really important to leave things as you found them. And that's kind of where the channel name came from. It's just a childhood chant, and the camping was like, well, to be honest, I love the ethos of camping, and we should be living that. And it kind of tries in with the rules of camping are okay. And we got some going about perception still. I'm interested in people's thoughts on matters. Yeah, I think it was a solid question by Georgina Cat. I think that was a solid question about, you know, I think it was maybe phrased in a way that wasn't the best, but I am first rate at asking things in an inappropriate way, even though I don't mean it in that way at all. So I do not judge that. That is like, I do that all the time. So I got that it was a legit question, and especially as you came back to re-ask it. So respect for that. I'll give you the fist for that. Well, not fist, the fist bump, sorry. I'll give you the fist bump for that. The respect to you, Georgina Cat, to come back and actually ask it and be that interested in something to come back and investigate. I think that's commendable, to be fair. Some people kind of ask something and then move on because they're just asking it just because whatever. So yeah. What a cheese got is it? I'm just looking at. I've just got to the bottom of the chat, and the top thing is Madan saying, "Cheese graters versus cheese, or predator versus." Well, we're not going to do that. Just popping in and say hi. Cheers, Jimmy. Thanks for popping in. Always appreciate you popping in. Why is Madan just saying random like things against things? I mean, little chainsaw, massive tree. Tree probably wins, to be fair. Madan, can you not spam nonsensical stuff in the chat, please? I will give you a timeout if needed. Oh, we've got Michael in. Hi, Michael. Good to see you back. Yeah, Madan is a little entertaining, but if he spams the chat too much and I'm struggling to actually follow it, that's an issue. So I don't mind a bit of nonsensical, but a lot of nonsensical is no good. Do we still have Georgina Cat in? Oh, yeah. Do you ever camp abroad? No. I not that I wouldn't. I would love to do places like Norway. They have like the right to roam up there and some beautiful, beautiful countryside. So yeah, what was it? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, yeah, I'd love to do places like that. But there's so many good places in the UK that I haven't run out of places I want to go yet. So, and because I'm in the van these days, I do a lot more just like parking up in the van and going on my hikes with the van as a base. I don't necessarily need to do a tent camping. So camping in the van is much nicer in a way than camping in a tent. And I can still have like, there's lots of places I've been where I can still have a little campfire. And yeah, so that's nice. Because for me, it's about the hiking, a bit of campfire food. Sleeping in a tent has not always been that fun. Admittedly, my tent's always quite small. I think the most enjoyable ones were actually when I went across the country, walking from London to Gloucester in an emergency bivvy bag. Weirdly enough, I really enjoyed sleeping in that, and if it had any kind of longevity to it, where it wouldn't get destroyed, because it was so thin mylar, I had to repair it. Even like I think the first 3 days it was fine, but then holes appeared and I had to keep repairing them so it wouldn't just rip open. Because I didn't have a backup either. I should make that clear. I had no backup. If that thing got destroyed, it was a case of fix it or you're basically sleeping as best you can with it as it is. And as there was a couple of storms throughout, I woke up a couple of times with it just absolutely slashing down rain at me. There was even a thunderstorm at one point. Yeah, if that had ripped or had big gaping holes, I would have been in some trouble. So, but that weirdly was actually some of the most comfortable sleeping. I think it's because it was reflecting my heat at me. Maybe, I'm not sure. What have we got in here then? Yeah, hiking is a spiritual thing when it's new trails. Yeah, I do like a new trail. Yeah, I like some old ones sometimes. When you know where you are, you don't have to crack out a map. That can be quite nice. Oh, we disappeared. So I was saying, yeah, I love a good like new trail, but I would say, oh, do you know what I should do? I don't know if I did my chat settings. Let me just check. I've only got top messages. Ugh. I've probably missed some messages. I do apologise. I've just put all messages on. Oh, there's a lot more. Oh, I am so sorry, people. I've missed some stuff since I've sat down here. Yeah, all right. No, sorry, it's not too bad. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. That's all right. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I love new trails, but the trouble is new trails, if you're trying to follow one and you need to get a map out, it's quite hard. And sometimes you can follow a main route and they've got signage, but the signage is really lacking sometimes, and you can send you off on, if they've not signposted it and you get lost. So I think my favourite kind of hiking is when I do like a 1 kilo mission where I'm just walking completely new trails and I don't have a map. That's for sure my favourite. And something that I may do eventually on the channel, depending on whether or not I can actually get into doing some more of it, is kind of like a 1 kilo mission, but not. So it's not a mission per se, but just wandering around without a map and just doing random hiking in random places and not knowing where I'm going, but not having a particular target either, and just sort of seeing where I'll go, and maybe like having some of my viewers meet up with me in different places. It'd be quite cool. Yeah, chat is gone mental. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give, sorry, Madame, but I'm going to just give you a little bit of a timeout, just because there's too much. You're just doing too much chat, and it's making it all. I can't even read it. Yeah. I wouldn't know what you do with crack. Unless we're talking about the brown kind, in which case you wipe it. Just like cocaine. I know exactly what to do with that. You sniff it until the ice cube gets stuck, and then you've got to get the ice cube out. Is that right? No, wait, no. You drink it, you sip it. That's right. My bad. Georgina Cat saying, it's the overtaking and roundabouts that worry me. What's this? Where? Drive. Oi, Madam, where they? What the? You guys, what are you talking around? Maybe I'm thinking of going to Canada and would need to drive. That's what puts me off. Going, oh yeah, the whole opposite side of things. Tricky driving those things. I've done a bit of that because I have driven, I think, in France at some point a long time ago. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. However, in the van, because the van's a bit of a thing, you have to pay attention to a lot more stuff like height of things and a lot more potential, a lot of obstacles. I walk ahead a lot, play, you play Plemon? Plemon Go, oh, so Plemon Go. What's Plemon Go? Is that like a version of Go? Yeah. I have. Do you know? I haven't asked Georgina Cat. Where are you from? As you've in for a second time, I shall welcome you back and do what I always do and ask where are you from. Seems you're engaging with us, which I really love to have new people engaging. Um, yeah, I tell you the old. Is it called the Magic Roundabout? I can't remember what that is. It's somewhere close to me. I've been on it a few times. Is that where's that? Is that Houghton Regis or so, or Leighton Buzzard or so, somewhere over that way? I don't know. Aylesford, Tring. I don't know. One of those bits over there. They've got the silly roundabout made up of loads of mini roundabouts, like about 6 of them, and it's the weirdest thing ever. And I just wing it every time and somehow get through. But I'm like, if I ever hit that and it's busy, I am screwed because I don't know what's going on. Partly because the system doesn't make sense in my head, like who's got right of way where, but also I think that everyone's seeing it slightly different. So there could be, because there's a roundabout near me where it's pretty clear there were 4 points. There's, so we're coming up from a particular way, you have left, straight on, and right. However, because there's quite a kind of gap between left and straight on, it's almost like there's a left and 2 rights. But it's pretty clearly left, straight on, and right if you give it any level of 4. But so many people go right-hand lane, signal right, and then go straight on. And I'm like, what are you doing? You just went straight on. So I'm in left of them, and they're literally cutting me up and stopping me from getting off on my exit because they think they're going the same one. I'm like, nah, dude, I went straight over. You're going right. You're going for the next one. But they don't know, and they go. I'm like, you mentalists. And I reckon there's plenty of people like that on this magic roundabout, whatever, where they're just. I mean, whoever made that was definitely high, which I think is why it's called the magic roundabout, really. Oh dear. Oh, so Georgina Cat's from the UK, Norwich. Okay, cool. That's cool. Right. Georgina Cat said, I just park and get the bus. I think some people do that, to be fair. Right. Human is saying goodnight, and I think I will too, to be honest, Human. I'm gonna wrap this up. It's been nearly 2 hours. I think that's well long enough, and I'm for bed pretty soon. Oh, Jojo's in. You've come in, Jojo, just as I'm saying goodnight, and I'd love to hang around and flirt with you loads, but no, I jest. I will quickly ask though, Jojo, I hope you've been well. I haven't seen you for a little while, so I hope you're good. I will take the time just to chat with you for a few minutes before I go, but I'm poorly, so yeah, I missed you too, Jojo. I'm sure everyone else in the family missed you as well, Jojo. Oi. Oh, we got modded chat. Yeah, I've got that. Just show me. Oh yeah. See you again, Georgina. Cat. Is it just Georgina? What am I calling you? Cat? Georgina? Georgina Cat? The whole thing? All I get is the handles these days. It bugs me. You ask me what's wrong with me? I've just got a cold, Jojo. I'm just. My youngest Ethan gave it to me, so I've got a little bit of a sniffle. It's just started today, which means I've probably got a couple of days feeling a bit rough. I'm hoping I'll feel better before Monday so I can work, but we'll see how that goes. What's that? Damn, let's not meet up in person soon thing from now. I don't even know what Noah's going on about. We definitely need to do something now. We ain't seen each other for a little while. We need to go back. Oh, Duxter's back. GCat. Most people just call me on. Oh, GCat. That's nice. GCat is good. We'll go with GCat. I like that. Great name. I'm sure I will, Jojo. I will not give it to you though, don't worry. I'll step back. Don't want to catch the. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, do you want to come up tomorrow evening? Now we'll do some close-up games or something. It'd be good. Sparker's determined to see Noah in his pajamas one day. Yeah, we will do. Once we've done a trip, we'll have to get one with the 4 of us or something. and then you'll get to see him in his PJs coming out of his tent. Oh, lady's still here. Good night, lady. Need to take Roderick, my golden retriever, out to relieve him. Well, enjoy that. Enjoy the cold and the damp out there, unless, of course, it's better where you are. But yeah, I'm definitely off as well. So see everyone, and sorry I wasn't in for longer for you, Jojo, but yeah, I've got to turn tail and run to bed at some point. See you now. Cheers for popping in, and yeah, everybody else, thanks very much. But as always, for now, have fun.